Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be talking about what Retribution Paladins feel like in the Dragonflight Beta as of right now. So the layout of this video will be quite simple. First, I will talk about the talents and the combinations and how those contribute to the other aspects of the specialization. Then I will talk about the damage of the spec and how that compares with other classes. And since we'll be getting our tier sets later on in Dragonflight, I will talk about how the tier set combines with the damage and healing of the spec. And lastly, I will talk about where Retribution is in the list of broken, good, okay, underwhelming, or bad specialization compared to other classes. So first up, I will be talking about the talents. Now, please note that this can be different depending on which type of player you are. Now, the talent places and options for Retribution Paladins seem great, since the level of creativity implemented within one system is genius. Instead of being the same as others, you can pretty much build your own Retribution Paladin. Anyway, the Retribution talent placements are great because of the combos you can make, and these combos will really help you within the higher mythic raid bosses or higher mythic plus keystone levels. These contribute so much to the spec and is just a single system. Retribution Paladins with their talents seem great in Dragonflight as of right now in the beta. Pretend this is a well-geared Ret, somewhere in the Dragonflight beta. I go to attack a target dummy, I use Final/Templar's Verdict. It would hit for around 25 to 45k. But then I use that ability and the crit would deal around 50 to 70k damage. That's just one of the abilities Retributions can use. Next up is Consecration. Consecration ticks for around, say, 4,000 to 100 damage, 400 to 1,000 damage per second, which is good for a Retribution Paladin. Now let's move on to some of our other abilities, but not in this animation format, because that takes too much time. Now, in general, Retribution Paladin's damage at the moment seems to be quite high, even after the drastic nerfs we got a while ago to our holy power spenders. Now, as I mentioned before, a controversial damage ability for Ret Paladins is Consecration. Many people want this ability removed from Paladins, but many people also want it to stay. For some side AoE damage is especially good in Mythic Plus dungeons. In the talents, in the Dragonflight talents, they have implemented so many consecration damage that it seems like a main ability to use now. Like, you want to press it every single time it goes off cooldown, especially even in single target, which it does so much less damage in single target. But yeah, Retribution damage seems quite high compared to other classes. Well, it's in line with other classes. Other classes do so much more damage, like for say the Warlock, which Warlock just does so much damage. But it's in line with other classes, but it is pretty high. It's in line with other specs. For Retribution tier sets, first you should go watch my other video on where I reacted to this, but this time around they have made our tier sets pretty boring to make our talents seem more important. Our 2 set bonus is Judgment, Blade of Justice, and Wake of Ashes deal 15% more damage, and our 4 set is Final/Templar's Verdict, and Divine Storm is increased by 10%. Our damage is increased by 10%. As you can see, it's some damage increases to our main abilities, which means this combined with what I said earlier with our damage, we will do some heavy damage. Now, overall, where would I put this in the list of broken, good, okay, underwhelming, of bad spec? This is without being biased. I would put Retribution Paladin in the good part of the list, because Blizzard have fixed most things that made us broken, just like the 35% damage nerfs to our abilities, but we are definitely not a bad spec. Compared to some other specs, we are definitely not the worst spec out there. Despite what other specs might think, we are not the worst, and we do some good damage and healing in the Dragonflight expansion. Thank you all for watching my video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.